All right, so I've started recording. Right, so let me do a quick recap. So I asked you guys to work on uh, the assignment, which let me open that. I've asked you guys to work on this assignment. So this assignment I was asking you guys to work upon because this would have acted as a base or foundation, um, and it would help us in creating our next framework, which was supposed to be a Cucumber framework, right? And a lot of things which you are going to, or which I explained you guys to work upon, or I explained the principles of what makes a framework, a good framework. All those principles I kind of uh, introduced inside this framework, right? Uh, so we were previously creating this one, JUnit Selenium framework, right? This is where I created a lot of branches, right? And in all these branches, I implemented new concept so that I could demonstrate to you guys how a framework is evolved step by step, right? So every step, I've created a separate branch and I've written the code here. You can also see that here, right? This is JUnit framework. This is what I created, and I wanted something of this sort to be created by you in the form of this assignment. Okay, this is what really I wanted. Few of you, the last status which I got till yesterday was that few of you were here, and few of you also completed. I think you guys have reached somewhere here. So whoever is working on this, I would recommend you guys to complete this. I think if you are here, that I mean it's almost, so 90% work is done, only 1%, 10% work would be remaining. That is how to achieve this cross-browser support from outside, sending properties from, from Maven command line. Like I want to run it on Chrome, I want to run it on Firefox, you could have sent it from here. So just implement this. This is pretty simple thing to do. So complete this. I mean, the end last deadline for this was actually Saturday, but if you can do it quicker, maybe by tomorrow end of the day, it would be fine, because we are supposed to be starting Cucumber framework from today. And I have again created that Cucumber framework in a similar fashion to explain you step by step, which when I do what I do when I try to implement page object model, or what I do when I create a new feature file, what I do when I create a new step definition file. So I have structured those steps in the form of branches in a similar way I did for JUnit framework, right? So let me show you the repository so that you know where to look for if you want to do a quick recap. So this is where I've kept, this is the organization Vision IT testing. This is where I've kept this repository, Cucumber Selenium framework. If you see, we have different branches here. Now to clear out things, you don't have to worry about these branches. You don't have to create these branches, right? I am creating these branches so that I could demonstrate to you what are the steps which you have to take, right? So first step is add feature file, then add runner file, then generate step definition files, then add Selenium steps, right? So I am doing this so that I could explain you how to create a framework step by step, how to do a Cucumber creation of framework step by step. You don't have to worry about it. And this time, to avoid any confusion, I have documented it as well. I have very elaborately documented everything what you have to do step by step, so that you don't get confused and raise questions like, I don't know what to do, I'm stuck somewhere, I don't know how to proceed, right? This time it will not happen, because I think I have documented almost everything. What you have to do exactly is what I've documented, right? So first you have to do this in the first branch. Again, you don't have to get branch, you have to just follow this. And if you want to refer, for example, you want to refer what to do next, so you will go to next branch. You have to do add a feature file. How to add a feature file, I have written here, documented it here. But in case you have some doubt, you can go to this branch. You can go to this branch, and then you can look here what I have done, or what are the things which happened. Okay, this is the documentation I'm talking about. Okay, and this is how you can really know what to do at what stage of the framework development when you do it. and I'm going to walk you through with each and every step, and I will explain you in detail. But when you do it on your own, you will get all the steps properly documented here. What because I don't want to leave any scope of any confusion, because I learned this from our past experience of JUnit framework. I explained everything, and then still you guys were kind of very confused about it. For a week at least, no one asked anything because no one was working on it. I don't want this to be repeated in this one, because this is the framework, guys, which is of utmost importance. This is what industry uses, right? This is what maximum projects are currently using. So this is the framework which we will need to put all our focus into, and that's the reason I'm very elaborate in this. I'm writing everything. I'm documenting everything. All right. Any doubts so far? Okay, I guess not. So let me go back to the Cucumber framework. All right. So first and foremost, so in the previous session, I discussed about what is BDD, right? And I talked about Gherkin syntaxes, how to use feature files, why we need to write feature files, who writes feature files, it's developer, what is the role of developer here, what is the role of business analyst, what is the role of testers there. So I kind of in brief discussed all of that. That wasn't enough, of course. There are a lot more things which happen behind the scene, and that we'll learn in coming days. And for that to learn, you also need to understand what is agile BDD. So there you guys also have to read a lot, and I will send some good links so that you could understand. But and I tried to give an overview and try to put a context of why we need to use Cucumber in general. So I'll not talk about that today. I will just talk about how we'll use Cucumber in your automation framework, right? Putting this into contrast to our previous framework, this framework, right? In this framework, it was simple JUnit framework, right? We just wrote test cases and we structured it well enough, right? So we did till this point, till step 9. Until here, I created WebDriver factory, test base, page objects, right? And some test cases here. So this is how we were writing test cases. So my focus for today is to put this into contrast to Cucumber. My focus is to explain you this test, because our Cucumber feature file, which we write, is nothing but a wrapper on top of this. Rest everything remains almost the same. The way we write page object, the way we create our driver from here. If you want to headless, if you want to Chrome, if you want to invoke a Firefox, the page objects we are managing here, right? Log4j, Maven, everything remains exactly the same, except the way we run our test cases and the way we write our test cases. So mostly the changes which you see when I talk about Cucumber framework, the changes which you see will be around these test cases, right? So you won't find any method annotated by @test, but still you will find something else called as, you can say, given, when, and then. You won't find @test, right? So let's see that. So first and foremost, if you want to use Cucumber, for that you need to add something in your POM file, and there are a few dependencies which you need to add, otherwise it won't work. Okay. Maven is not it gives you a way to import its functionalities using dependencies, right? So originally Cucumber was written in Ruby. Java was not supported. Okay, someone is drawing on my screen. I think it's I think by mistake, but I think you are annotating, so you have to stop the annotation maybe. All right, so it was previously, or actually it was originally written by in Ruby, and then because Java is so ubiquitous and everyone uses it, so they launched a Cucumber Java version. It's called as Cucumber JVM, right? And to use Cucumber JVM in Java, you have to add these two dependencies. So this is actually enough. Cucumber Java, this is enough. But the thing is, if you want to make use of this standalone, like you want to run it using Cucumber CLI, then you only need this. But if you want to use it because it supports JUnit, and you can use JUnit to run Cucumber. Now this is a little bit confusing statement. You might feel या तो कर रहे हैं JUnit या फिर नहीं कर रहे हैं, right? Because if you see here we have a Cucumber JUnit, right? So here understand this way, Cucumber works better with JUnit. Cucumber अकेले भी चला सकते हो आप. You can run Cucumber standalone. ये बस by just using this dependency. But Cucumber with JUnit is a good integration. और वो उससे आप बहुत सारे features easily manage और use कर सकते हो Cucumber के, right? That's the reason it's advisable that you use Cucumber with JUnit. Okay, so I am here. That's the reason I have added two dependencies here, Cucumber-Java and Cucumber-JUnit. You might wonder what this is, right? Cucumber version. So ये मैंने ऊपर define किया हुआ है, Cucumber.version, right? When I say Cucumber.version, this is a variable basically. When I say this is a thing, this is a concept of Maven, where I can create properties at the top and I can use it in my subsequent dependency or any plugin or build plugin area. So it's just like a variable. So I've created a variable called as Cucumber.version that I'm using here. And to use variable in in Maven, you have to use $, then bracket open, and then the name of the variable. So this is the variable, and this is where I'm using it. Okay, so I am currently using the latest of the latest version of of Cucumber, that is 6.6.1. It's the latest version available, latest stable version available of Cucumber. That is what I'm using. It has a lot of features, and there was a new feature called as Cucumber reporting they have recently introduced in this version. So that I will also talk about. That gives you a good reporting. Anyway, so these two dependencies you need. Then there is one more additional dependency I have added here. This is called as Cucumber Pico container. This is nothing but a dependency injection concept or dependency injection mechanism for Cucumber. Now, what is dependency injection? That we will not talk about soon enough. It's an advanced concept. Once you really understand how the framework works and what is basic nitty-gritties of Java and Cucumber, maybe then I will introduce it. It's a relatively advanced concept. It might be difficult to understand, but still I have added, because that's all you need to work with Cucumber. That's all you need. Okay, so then apart from that, I also added JUnit because I wanted to use assertions, right? Cucumber doesn't come with assertions, in the sense Cucumber में ऐसा कोई भी method नहीं है which will give us where we can introduce some checkpoint or validation points inside for a test case. But in JUnit we have, and we have used it, right? So you see these assert equals, these are assertion statements, assert.fail, assert.true. ये assertion है because we were using JUnit in this framework. Now we are using Cucumber, but still we don't have assertions in Cucumber. So we still have to rely on a JUnit library for assertions. So that's the reason I have added a JUnit library separately, right? And at last we have Selenium, because we are doing Selenium automation, isn't it? And if we wanted to do an API as well, because in previous framework, I think old batches guys, I think they are also here. We used to do API also, right? So we also have to add some REST assured APIs as well, right? But for now, to make things really simple for you to start with, all you need is this one. So the first step which you have to do is to set up your project. This is the project setup I am talking about. You need to create a Maven project, and in the Maven project you need to add these POM files. Sorry, these dependencies in your POM files, and you need to add these properties, something like this, right? I have listed everything. As I said, I've listed everything here. So this is what you have to do: 5 dependencies, and I've listed dependencies as well. Okay. Once you do this setup, this is the setup part. For reference, you can go and check here. This is the first step. The name is a little bit misleading, but the index is right. So this is the first step. In this step, all I've done is, you see nothing is inside. All I have is pom.xml. This is what I added. That's it. All right. Any doubts so far, guys? Okay. Now the next step, what you need to do next. So I'll go to the next branch. Again, I'm repeating this again and again because previously people were confused. आपको कोई branch नहीं बनानी है. You will not create any branches. It's for me. It enables me. I have created this branch because it enables me to demonstrate the steps of framework development in a better way. But you don't have to do it. It is my way of segregating these steps. Okay. So now I have done this. This is the first step. आपने कर लिया, project setup हो गया, Maven project creation has been done, POM file has been set up, and हाँ, one more important thing. Sometimes when you add a dependency, आपको वहाँ पे errors दिखाई देंगे, right? For example, मैं अगर यहाँ पे कोई something similar to this, I mean this is IntelliJ, and I would like you to show something in Eclipse so that आपको issues ना create हो. For example, मुझे नया आपने कोई dependency add किया. For example, I will go and add a dependency, a new dependency. It could be any dependency. Let's say this is the dependency. Okay. So the moment you add it, you might start getting some errors, right? इस type के errors आने आपको शुरू होंगे. The reason it comes is sometimes it is not automatically downloading it. It's not automatically downloading. The point is, every time you add a dependency or you make any kind of change in your POM, no matter what dependency or कुछ भी आपने change किया है, even full stop का भी change किया है, then you need to kind of rebuild the project, right? What you have to do is, or you can say you have to refresh the project so that Maven detects the change and install whatever has been changed based on your POM file. So आपको क्या करना है उसके लिए? You have to right click. You make the change in the POM, then you do a right click, and then you go to Maven, and you have to do right click on the project, not on a specific file, because this is common mistakes I'm telling you. People do this and then say option नहीं दिख रहा है. You have to go and open right click on the project, then you go to Maven, and then you have to click on update project, right? The moment you do update project, जो भी आपके changes किए आपने Maven POM में, everything will be sorted out, errors will go away. Even after doing this, if your error is still there, that means you have made a mistake, right? But to make sure that you have made a mistake and it's not some loading problem, always when you make some change in the POM, you always go here. This is a standard process, right? You always go here to Maven and click on update project. All right. If you are using IntelliJ, I doubt anyone is using. If you are doing that, then the same thing you have to do here. Reload project. So you have to go to Maven and you have to click on reload project. Otherwise, you will see some errors, and those are actually not errors. And you keep on shouting error, right? So remember to do this whenever you make any change in the POM. Now, next step is that you have to add a feature file, right? So next step I have done here is under resources, because this is the structure of Maven. Whenever you want to add something which is not a Java resource, you have to add that inside resource, not in the Java side of things. So I have added feature folder inside. I have added feature inside resources. I have added a feature file here. Now in the last session, I tried explaining you this. I will explain this again. What I want to do with this Cucumber framework is I want to write a test case. I'm using this to write a test case. Or in this Cucumber case, I don't call it a test case. I call it a scenario. So what was a test case for you in JUnit? What was a test case for you here is actually your scenario here. जो जिस चीज को आप वहाँ test case कहते थे, यहाँ आप उसको scenario कहते हो. Okay, and those test cases or scenarios are organized inside a feature file, something like this. So I have a feature file. I have named it as e-commerce project website health check. What is a health check? Health check is something like a smoke test. Last session में हमने कुछ smoke test का discussion किया था, right? So health check is another terminology for smoke test, right? In health check, all I do is I write some scenarios, and those scenarios usually check the overall structure or overall health of the application. That's why we call it health check. And just by reading it's very clear. What I'm doing is user is able to open the browser, navigate to the URL, and search for product. Then I'm saying the first step is given, user opened the browser. Then the next step is and user navigate to the home application URL, and the last step is when user search for product laptop. then search result page is displayed. So all I'm doing is, this is my given that I'm able to open the browser and the user is navigated. Then I'm doing something. When user search for product laptop, then something should happen. That result page is displayed. Now just by reading these statements, it is very clear what it is, what the test case is doing, what the scenario is all about. This wasn't very evident when I was writing something like this. This is the advantage we discussed in the previous session. What is the advantage of using this? Instead of when you this is also, you know, same thing. What we write here is what it is actually doing here. But this is not very lucid, not very easy to understand. Putting this into contrast to this is easy to understand. Anyone can understand, read it, and can tell what really. Now what we need to do, we need to do a binding, right? Because this is what we discussed last time. It's like match the column. If you remember, this is what I was giving an analogy. This is match the column. That is, you have a feature file, you have methods. ये आपका Java class file है, class file Java class file. ये आपका feature files है, right? And feature file में आपके पास statements हैं, statements, plain English statements. And in Java file you have methods, Java methods. So what Cucumber does is, Cucumber connects them. Okay, Cucumber actually does a connection like this. कि when Cucumber ये पढ़ेगा तो वो इससे ये वाला मेथड ट्रिगर करेगा, when जब वो ये पढ़ेगा तो ये वाला मेथड ट्रिगर करेगा, जब वो ये पढ़ेगा तो ये वाला करेगा, जब ये करेगा तो ये वाला करेगा. Okay. Secondly, there has to be only one method association. ऐसा many to many association नहीं है, one to many भी नहीं है. It is one to one. एक English statement corresponds to only one method. It cannot happen कि इससे भी ये करेंगे तो ये भी है और ये करेंगे तो ये भी execute होगा, ये करेंगे तो ये भी execute होगा. ऐसा नहीं होगा, right? This is an ambiguity. This will not allow it will throw an error. If you have two methods which are pointing to the same statement, it is an ambiguity. So idea is, this is one to one mapping. एक statement का एक method. This is what Cucumber organizes things. So idea here is, जब ये execute होगा statement, then there will be a corresponding Java method which will get. When this will get executed, then there will be a corresponding Java method will get executed. This is what I am calling as mapping. Okay, very bad. I'm getting good at it. This is called as mapping, right? M-A-P-P, mapping, M-A-P-P-I-N-G. So it is mapping this statement with your Java method, nothing else. This is all Cucumber does. Cucumber इसके अलावा और कुछ भी नहीं करता है. This is the only functionality of Cucumber which it provides, and this is an important functionality because previously everything was in code. Guys, give me a minute. Let me remove this. Previously everything was managed in code. किसी को पता करना है क्या हो रहा है, you have to read the code. Now you don't have to read the code, you have to read English text, a common language which everyone speaks and understands. This only developer understands, but this everyone understands. So this is the advantage of using Cucumber. Are we doing BDD if you're using Cucumber? No, right? This I discussed last time also. BDD have, you know, if you're using Cucumber doesn't mean that you are necessarily using BDD. BDD is behavior driven development. वहाँ और भी लोग होते हैं, वहाँ पे developer भी होता है, वहाँ पे everyone होता है. What we are doing right now is a test framework development for and test development framework by using Cucumber. So we are using the power of Cucumber. We are using the power of BDD, but we are not actually doing BDD. So don't get confused. We are not really doing behavioral driven development. We are not really developing any software. We are developing an automation framework, which in some sense is a kind of development. So you, in that sense, you can say you are doing BDD for your automation framework. So you have to be very precise and clear about this. Otherwise, if you, let's say, go for interview, they will ask you, what are you using? You say Cucumber. So they will ask you, are you using, you're doing BDD? You will say, yes, our team is doing BDD. Your team, in this case, your team is not doing BDD, right? you are creating a framework where you're writing or you're using the some aspect of BDD in the form of writing your test cases in the form of Gherkin or using Cucumber and using Gherkin syntax to elaborate your test cases. But आप exactly BDD नहीं कर रहे हो. किसी को confusion है इस statement में? I can elaborate further because this is again a pitfall. Everyone makes mistake in this, in understanding of this. You can put your questions in chat as well if you like.
Please explain once again, please.
Okay. So what I'm saying is there is a concept called as BDD. There's a concept called as BDD. It's called as behavior-driven development. Behavioral-driven development. Okay. When you do this methodology, there are a lot of things which you need to do. BA आएगा, BA आपको Gherkin syntax में requirements देगा, developer उसको requirement को develop करेगा, tester उसको test करेगा, right? So it's a complete ecosystem basically, complete end-to-end model of software development. बट यहाँ कोई सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं है आपके पास, राइट? आपके पास एक URL है जिसको आपको टेस्ट करना है. Amazon.in is what you have right now. You are not bothered about who developed Amazon.in, how it got developed, right? आपको उससे कोई मतलब ही नहीं है. But still you are using Cucumber, right? So this simply means आप BDD नहीं कर रहे हो. You are not really in a team which is doing behavior driven development. Rather आपको बोलना है कि we are using Cucumber for our test automation framework, right? So आपको आपका statement होना चाहिए we are using Cucumber for test development or test framework development, or our framework is Cucumber framework, but you are not working in a BDD team ecosystem. This is what I'm trying to say. Now for few of you it could be complex. Maybe you're not getting what I'm trying to say, but I tried my best to explain it. Sometimes it really takes some level of experience to understand these things, and if you're maybe I explained these maybe prematurely, so don't worry. Just focus on having, or just focus on developing a test framework which is Cucumber based. For now this is enough. Okay, so I'll just quickly move on. And I will send some links. You guys need to read about this. What is BDD? If you don't know what is BDD, then of course you won't understand exactly what I'm saying. So you need to read about it as well. I will send some good links for you guys to understand what it is. Right now, we are using Cucumber for our framework development. Previously, we were using what? JUnit. Abhi hum Cucumber use kar rahe hain. That's all you need to know for now. Now I have written the health check here. अभी मैं क्या करूंगा, इसको रन करूंगा, कुछ भी नहीं होगा because there is no mapping present anywhere. Now the next step which I need to do is, what is the next step? Let's go and see over internet. My next step is, let me always go to the last branch to get the latest document as well as code. So what I need to do next is, I have added the feature file. ये feature file मैंने add कर दिया. Next is add a runner file. So now what I have to do is to add a runner file, right? So I will go here and I have created a package called as com.visionit.automation page objects, and then I will show you how that runner file really looks like. So then what I'll do, I'll add a package called as runner. Inside this, I will add a test class or simple Java class called as test runner, and this is how it looks like. So you see, all I have in this class is public class test runner. I have nothing inside. So this class is supposed to be an empty class. You will not have anything in this, right? But what is important here is these two annotations. One is run with annotation, second is Cucumber options. Let me explain you these things. Run with is a JUnit annotation which instructs JUnit to run using a library called as cucumber.class. Okay. Sometimes you don't have to you shouldn't be really digging deeper. right? Don't try to dig deeper. What exactly is this? For now, this is not relevant for you. For now, what is important for you guys is to create right test cases for Cucumber or using Cucumber. So you have to focus here rather than understanding ये क्या लिखा हुआ है, कैसे क्या होता है ये, right? So I am just giving a brief about it. This is run with. This is a JUnit annotation. Inside this, I am passing an argument. I am giving saying it's a cucumber.class. So I'm saying this class I am passing inside my run with annotation. So run with cucumber.class. This will instruct, what it will do, it will instruct JUnit to execute the feature file using cucumber.class. That's it. What is next is Cucumber options. What is Cucumber options? The bracket open, bracket close. Inside this, I again am passing arguments. So this, understand this as nothing but an argument. In this annotation, I have only one argument. Here I have multiple arguments. I have this argument, I have this argument, I have this argument, right? First argument is features, glue, tags, plugin, and dry run. There are a few more. We don't have to worry about them for now, right? So first is features. In features, this is used to tell Cucumber where are your feature files are present, where you are keeping your feature files in your framework or your project. So this is how I'm telling that my feature files are present inside class path, then colon features. मतलब मैं बता रहा हूँ कि class path is when your code gets compiled, the path is accessed using this keyword called as class path. जब आपका कोड compile होगा तो वो class path में basically जाके save होता है in a compiled form. So I'm saying wherever is my class path, there you will see a folder called as features, right? And in this features, inside this feature, whatever dot feature files I have, वहां से आप मेरी features files pick कर सकते हो. This is what I'm instructing Cucumber, okay? Using Cucumber options. So Cucumber options is nothing but a way to tell Cucumber कि आपकी फाइल्स कहाँ रखी हुई हैं, बिकॉज कुकुम्बर को अपने आप कुछ नहीं पता है. कुकुम्बर को हमको दो इंपॉर्टेंट चीज देनी पड़ती है. पहली चीज, यू नीड टू टेल वेयर द फीचर फाइल्स आर केप्ट. सेकंड, you need to tell where is the corresponding glue code. What is this glue code? You remember I was drawing a diagram previously and I was doing match the column. So ये मेरी फीचर फाइल है जहां मेरा फीचर्स रखे हुए हैं, सिनेरियोस रखे हुए हैं, और ये मेरी क्लास फाइल की लोकेशन है. क्लास फाइल्स, where are my class files located? Class files are the files where I have my methods which corresponds to individual Gherkin statements. So for each statement which is here, there will be a corresponding method, and that method is present inside stepdef's package. And if you notice, right now I don't have stepdef package. यहाँ मेरे कहीं पे stepdef package नहीं है. मैंने बस preemptively लिख लिया यहाँ पे stepdef में रखूंगा, but I don't have anything because Cucumber, if Cucumber doesn't find you, is not able to find any of the step definition files, it will generate it for you, and that's what I want to show you right now. Tags are used to mention exactly कौन सा feature file Cucumber should run. So if the tag is blank here, that means it will run everything. If you mention some value here at the rate UI or something, then it will pick only those feature files which are tagged with that specific tag which you are mentioning here, right? This is the feature work of tag. Plugin is used as an extension. Usually you use plugin for reporting generation or report generation. So I'm saying when Cucumber will run, Cucumber should run two reports. One is HTML, second is JSON. JSON ka use for right now we don't have any use for JSON, but for HTML we want this to generate an HTML report. So for that you will write here HTML target HTML. So that means जब रन करेगा तो target folder के अंदर HTML नाम का folder बनेगा, उसके अंदर आपकी report आएगा, right? So this is what it is. Again, I'm not saying it is simple. If you're hearing this for the first time, it might be confusing, okay? But the thumb rule is the more time you spend with it, the better your understanding would become. I've just told you, I'm also written it what it's doing. So this is to tell Cucumber where feature file is, this is to tell your glue, this is for tags, this is for generate reports. And last is dry run to tell whether to test run or actual run. What is test run? Pseudo run, you can say. I should have written maybe pseudo run. Dry run मतलब वो execute नहीं करेगा, it will just check. What it will check, that we'll see later. जब आपको actually test case run करना होता है, then the dry run you always mark it as false. Dry run should be marked as false if you actually want to run your test case. जहाँ आप चाह रहे हो कि browser खुले और execution शुरू हो जाए, then you should be marking it as false. Actual run false. Otherwise, you will keep it as true. Now let's see. What I do once I create this test runner file, what I do is I actually run it. Right now, nothing will happen because कोई step नहीं है. All I have is this feature file, right? And this is marked as yellow. मतलब कुछ भी corresponding step definition methods available ही नहीं है इसमें. But if I go right click here and I do a run, come on. So it has started running and it has failed. Okay. It is failing for some weird reason. Let me clean it up first. Okay, if I run this again. See, this time it failed, but it's telling you something. Let's try to understand what it's saying. So it's saying, it is saying that I am trying to run this feature file. How did Cucumber know feature file कौन सी रन करनी है? क्योंकि मैंने रन तो टेस्ट रनर किया, राइट? मैंने ये तो रन नहीं किया. टेस्ट रनर में मैंने मेंशन किया था feature is placed inside feature folder or feature directory in the class. That's how it knew, okay, ये feature कहाँ है, ये है, इसके अंदर ये रन करना है, तो उसने लिखा मैं ये रन कर रहा हूँ. Then it said the step user open browser is undefined. It's saying the step which is called as user open browser, this one is undefined. You can implement it using snippet below. So it's saying ये मुझे मिला नहीं कहीं पे भी, क्योंकि ये कहाँ ढूंढ रहा था, ये stepdef नाम के फोल्डर में, जो कि अभी अवेलेबल ही नहीं है यहाँ पे. So it is not able to find the step definition for this anywhere. So since it is not able to find, it is generating it for you. However, it is not giving you the method, the steps here, but it is giving you the method definition. ऊपर एक annotation भी डाला है उसने, right? And it has generated it for all the definitions, all the steps. यहाँ पे all the steps for which there were no step definition file, it actually generated it for you, right? Let's see what to do next. So what you have to do is you have to copy this. इसको आपको copy करके रखना है in steps को. Then you have to go here and you have to create a package called as stepdefs. And inside stepdef package, you have to create a Java class called as stepdefs.java. And inside that, you need to keep these, copy and paste these steps. How? Let me quickly show you that. So fourth step here is generate and add step definition file. And nothing to worry if you forget about this. I have listed it here. This is the fourth step. Right click on the test runner file, click on run. It will generate definition. Then you create a new package here. You create a new Java file and place your code like this here. And that's what I have done it in the fourth branch here, the step 4. So see in step 4 what I've done, same thing. Inside here I have added a package called a stepdefs. Inside this I have a class called a stepdefs class, and I added what was here previously. I've added it here. See, we are going step by step. I don't think if I really will be very surprised if you say you don't know what to do, because I've listed everything. It's very step by step. I'm trying to tell you, and everything I'm documented. So it should be easy for you to implement or easy for you to try it out on your own machine. Right. So I've copied this step from here. I have pasted it here. Right now they're all throwing some pending exception. That means if I run it now, for example, if I run it now, it will throw this exception. It will say the definition is not ready. This is the default behavior of this. default behavior of any of the methods. Guys, can you go on mute if you're not speaking, please? Okay, thanks. So where was the screen? Let me, oh, sorry. Right. Now you can also notice this, we discussed this, how it will map, because I talked about mapping, right? How it will really map. It will say what kind of statement it is. It will say, okay, user open browser, but what kind of statement this is? This is a given statement. So this will get mapped with any of the method on top of which you have user open browser inside a given annotation. So this is the hint, this is the clue which Cucumber uses to connect this method with this statement. So इस तरह से वो connection कर लेता है. इससे, for example, you have this user, you have user search for product laptop. You press your control key, go here and click on this. It will take you here. That how? Because it has connected this. When user search for product string, I'll come to that what this is, because here we are writing what? We are writing laptop, but here it is getting converted to what? A string. We'll talk about it in a while. So this is how basically it connects. This is how it connects. जो आप यहाँ लिख रहे हो वो exactly वहाँ पे उसका क्या meaning है, or how it will map. The same thing will happen here. This is then search result page is displayed. You click on this, then this is a method. Method name has no meaning, right? आपका method नाम कुछ भी हो सकता है. उसके ऊपर जो annotation है वो important है, right? So if you say then search result page is displayed, it will take you here. How? Because there it is then, and you are written English statement as this. That means Cucumber, when Cucumber will run this, it actually goes here and it actually executes this method. And this, as I said, method name has nothing to do with it. All right. This is how the mapping works. This is the next step called as generate, add, and step definition. Any doubts so far, guys? Anything you didn't understand so far? How to do it? What ye statements kya hai, or whatever? You can put in chat as well. Okay, I see some chat messages. Right, so I have two private chat messages. Actually, they were old, but I'll try to explain. So one is Amit is saying, can we say we are using Cucumber, a BDD-based testing framework? Yes, you can say that. So we are using Cucumber for our test framework, and Cucumber supports BDD. So all I'm saying is this is what you can say, that I am using Cucumber framework, and it is a BDD-based testing framework. Yes, you can say that, but you cannot say that you are working in a BDD ecosystem, because you don't have any developer, you don't have anyone, so you cannot say that. This is the only point I was making. But if it's confusing for few of you, don't worry, just say we are using BDD based testing framework. It's all right. Now Deepali is saying, what is the difference between testing and Cucumber, and which is best? I didn't quite understand, Deepali. You're saying difference between testing and Cucumber?
TestNG, TestNG भी framework होता है ना वो.
Right, got it. Right, so what is the difference between TestNG and Cucumber, and which is best? All right, it's a kind of a good question. So you know what is JUnit, right? So far you know what is JUnit. TestNG is a big brother of JUnit. Okay, previously there was only one unit testing framework, JUnit. Then TestNG was created by a person who saw few downsides of JUnit, and he come up with the new framework called as TestNG, which has lot of good features, no doubt about it, right? It has lot of very good features in terms of listeners, parameterization, structuring of your test cases, parallel execution is the most used one, and lot of other very good features. Sequencing, priorities, dependencies on each test cases. Lot of good features it has, and it's one of the best framework available for Java, right? But what it lacks is in this readability. So Cucumber, if you compare Cucumber with TestNG, Cucumber has very less features. It has actually absolutely only 10% features of what TestNG has, but it has a great power in writing or facilitating the test case writing in a lucid manner. That's the only advantage of Cucumber over TestNG. Otherwise, TestNG is a very good framework, but people or industry and projects are moving away from it. So if I recall, like 5 years back, 6 years back, everywhere it was TestNG, or even before that, 7 years, 8 years back, सब जगह TestNG ही use कर रहे थे लोग. TestNG is the best. Even past 4 years, past 4-5 years, everyone was using TestNG. But there a shift has started. I think 4 years back. Cucumber तो बहुत पहले से use हो रहा है, but what I am saying is this is what I witnessed. So when I hopped on to different projects, I was using TestNG. Then I encountered a project where the client said, we want Cucumber, right? And now if you go anywhere, everyone wants Cucumber. No one wants a framework which is based on TestNG. Okay. Now there could be legacy projects जहाँ पे TestNG use हो रहा है, तो वहाँ TestNG ही use करोगे आप. लेकिन now almost everyone wants to go to the Cucumber. Everyone wants to go to the Cucumber framework because of this feature. Because it is your tests are readable. And right now आप इतना differentiate नहीं कर पा. आप करो यार इसमें क्या problem है? ठीक तो दिख रहा है test case, समझ पढ़ भी पा रहे हैं, right? When it gets scaled, when you have 5,000 test cases, then the real difference you can understand. Because इतने सारे test cases हो जाएंगे तो it is really difficult for you to explain a BA or anyone else in your team what your test cases are doing. This is what is important. And this Cucumber gives you a mechanism, gives you a way to interact in the same language. You can, आपसे कोई आके पूछ रहा है exactly क्या हो रहा है test case में, you can just say, okay, read it, right? So you are reading it, that person reading it, everyone is has a single point of reference, single source of truth, right? Everyone is here. कोई आपसे भी आपको पूछेगा exactly क्या टेस्ट हो रहा है, बोलोगे अच्छा इसमें नेविगेट कर रहे हैं, फिर हम लोग कुछ assertion कर रहे हैं. So BA will not understand what do you mean by assertion and what do you mean by find element. हम कुछ ये कर रहे हैं, error आ रहा है find element में, right? He will not understand. All you will say, okay, I am getting error at this step. User search for product laptop. So BA will understand, developer will understand, manager will understand, client will understand. Everyone will be on the same page. So this is the advantage which is kind of gives Cucumber an edge over all the other framework which is present, right? TestNG, JUnit, everywhere in comparison to all of these frameworks, Cucumber is having this kind of edge or advantage, जो और कहीं आपको नहीं मिलेगा. Even companies lot of projects use TestNG with Cucumber. So they want to make use of TestNG features and they also want to make use of Cucumber. So they have introduced this new hybrid form called as TestNG with Cucumber. That is fine. Right now we are not using TestNG with Cucumber. We are using JUnit with Cucumber. So point is, Cucumber अपने आप में एक full-fledged framework नहीं है. Cucumber को existing frameworks का use करना होता है. So Cucumber with JUnit या Cucumber with TestNG आपको normally use करना होता है projects में. So Cucumber is not a replacement of JUnit or TestNG. Cucumber is an addition on top of TestNG or on top of JUnit. You can understand it this way. But you have to learn this. There's no you cannot evade this now. I'm telling you, all the projects and companies, everyone using almost everyone using Cucumber. आज नहीं सीखोगे, eventually you have to learn it down the line if you want to survive in the automation space, automation testing space per se. Okay, am I clear, guys? Deepali, did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now let me go to the next one. So right now what you have to do is, see, Cucumber generated steps for you, right? That means it has given you a way to map this statement with the step definition methods, but it did not give you anything else. It did not give you what your test case should do. That you have to write. So the way you were writing in JUnit, the same kind of logic structure you have to write there. It's just, it is now divided into separate methods. So यहाँ पे एक ही method था, उसके अंदर आपने statements लिखे हुए थे, right? नाउ ये जो एक मेथड की बजाय ये सारे स्टेटमेंट्स अलग अलग मेथड में स्ट्रक्चर हो गए, अलग अलग स्टेप्स में सेग्रीगेट करना पड़ेगा आपको कुकुम्बर में. सो आपने कहा when you have user open browser, कैसे हो रहा है ये? This is happening using a test base called as here. This is where it's happening, right? User is creating the browser, but eventually it is getting called inside the same test method, that is this. Navigate to the URL, for example. Next step is navigate to the URL. This step is part of the same method in JUnit, but here this step will be part of a separate method. So the point is every method, every step जो आपको दिख रहा है deserves a separate logical structuring. This is what I mean by division of these steps. So let's see how it looks. Let me go and show you the next. This is the last branch, guys, and then I show you how to run it. So now in the step definition file, I have actually nothing. I've done nothing. I've just copied these statements, right? And I put it here, but in a different way. First is WebDriver driver. Then I've written the base URL of Amazon.in. I've written a variable at the top. Then I have a statement called as user open browser. So now to get a success message on this, for me to be, or for Cucumber to successfully execute this, I need to write corresponding steps. So what this mean? User open browser. मतलब मुझे browser खोलना है. So I have written driver equal to new Chrome driver. And since I am at this step, I will also like to talk about a special mistake which everyone does. सब लोग ये बहुत करते हैं. Recently someone asked this. So अगर आपने यहाँ ऊपर define करा है WebDriver तो यहाँ आपको वापस declare करने की जरूरत नहीं है. If you do this, you will start getting null pointer exception. Never do this because you have done it at the top. Declaration ऊपर हो गया. यहाँ आपको केवल initialization करना है, and the same driver we are using in all the methods. That's the idea. So don't do this. Recently someone posted this in the group. कि वो error आ रहा है, पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. Okay, so don't do this. Now coming back to the Cucumber step. So now users open browser and you will add these steps here. That's it. That's all you would do. Previously क्या हो रहा था? ये सारे steps कहाँ थे? These steps were in the same method. But now I have removed them from there. Now second step is user navigated to the home application URL. By the way, you will notice this is again a given. Why? यहाँ पर तो ये end है, right? Here you have, it is mentioned as end. Idea is end एक ऐसा special keyword है Cucumber में which gets converted to the parent, in the sense जिसके नीचे लिखा होगा वो form ले लेता है, because this end is written in below given. So this also becomes a given. अगर यही end में यहाँ लिखता, for example, then this end will take the form of when. तो जब यहाँ पे इसकी mapping होगी तो वहाँ पे when का form ले लेगा basically. This is how this end behaves. And there are not only these four. There's another keyword called as but. There is the keyword called as background, and we'll talk all of that later. For now, let's keep it simple. Given, when, given, and when, then. Right? I'll go back here. This is the method which is supposed to be doing what? This is supposed to be navigating. That's all I'm doing. I'm saying driver.get URL. But not only that, I'm also supposed to be asserting it, because every step here has to have a success criteria. ऐसा नहीं बस step लिखा है तो वो कर दिया और कुछ check नहीं किया आपने, right? Because if the step is passing, that means the step successfully execute हुआ. So every step here actually is a sequence of step or to do as well as assertion. So if I do here, and this is true for almost 90% of the steps. So if you notice here, यहाँ navigate किया तो I am not restricting myself to only do this. I am checking also. मैंने navigate करने के बाद assertion successful हुआ कि नहीं. And अगर assertion successful नहीं हुआ तो test case यहीं का यहीं रुक जाएगा. Test case fail हो जाएगा, बोलेगा नहीं आपका step fail हो गया. That I will show in a while. Now next step, which is when user search for product laptop. So when I come here, I was talking about this. This is called as parameterization, right? I am parameterizing this step. Why? Because if next time I need to write a next test case, and this time I want to test it for maybe earphone. So the same step will get that argument from outside. So it is just a way of sending the argument. मैंने यहाँ पे इस स्टेप में मैंने यहाँ पे लैपटॉप ये दोनों ही कीवर्ड एक ही मेथड से एसोसिएटेड हैं, जस्ट आर्ग्यूमेंट डिफरेंट जा रहे हैं. यहाँ से मैं ये रन करूंगा तो लैपटॉप सर्च करेगा, ये वाला टच के रन होगा तो वो ईयरफोन बेसिकली सर्च करेगा और भेजेगा वो सेम ही मेथड में. इट विल सेंड इट हियर इटसेल्फ. सो जो भी मैं यहाँ से भेज रहा हूँ, दिस इज हाउ आई एम से कि आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग अ स्ट्रिंग whatever I pass from here. So product name variable will be injected with this variable or this argument called as earphone. ये run करूँगा तो laptop जाके यहाँ पे save होगा. You will get a laptop here, and this I am using to send keys here. See, whatever I do here, I have put it here, and I will say element search box, send keys, product name, and then I'm just clicking on it. Notice I'm not using page object model here, and we need to use page object model here. So that will be our next branch, which I haven't created yet. I will do that and I'll discuss it in the next class. But for now, this is what you need to do. And this is simple, plain enough. This is just whether search page is displayed or not. Here I am, my success criteria, which I put here is the page title. That's it. However, I should have put something else, जो मैंने आपको इस assignment पुराने assignment में दिया है चेक करने के लिए कि आपको थोड़ा ज़्यादा चेक करना है कि search results display हो रहे हैं. Right now, I only put here title, but you can put more here. Instead of checking title, कि title आपका laptop वाला आ रहा है, you need to do more. And this will not work for this, क्योंकि मैं यहाँ से earphone भेजूंगा पर वो यहाँ पे run करेगा क्या? Laptop, which is a problem. So this is not designed for this test case. I will just remove it. So when I run this test case now, let me just quickly run it. So when I run it, it will start. Oh, not again. Okay, let me delete this. This is the mistake which I made in previous branch, which is haunting me in subsequent branches. But if you do it, make sure you take your latest code or refer the latest code from branch 5 of the latest code. Right, and here let me show the test runner. Now test runner here, dry run is marked as false. In the glue I have mentioned com, like the complete package structure, com vision IT automation dot step def. This remains the same. So here feature which is present here, glue is this. Tags मैंने कुछ mention नहीं किया, and I've added a new tag called as publish equal to true. This I will demonstrate what I mean by this. And then dry run is equal to false. That means मैं actually मैं run करना चाहता हूँ. And this again remains empty. And step def मैंने discuss कर ही लिया. And feature files also remain the same. And now I will just run it again. So see, it has started running, and it will search for laptop, and it will just validate the title, and that's it. All right, so now it's saying it has completed this execution, saying, see, I've run this user story, so this, and it's telling you what it executed, and all the steps is marked as green, मतलब उसने सब run कर लिया. Let's see, look at the report. The report will be generated here in the HTML folder. Why it is generating report here? Because in the test runner, I have mentioned that I need HTML report in the target HTML report.html, right? And guys, give me a minute. Right, so you see, guys, these statements are coming in green, and if you see here in the HTML, I mentioned two kind of reports here: HTML and JSON. JSON report is also getting generated, but you are not to worry about this. This is not for your use as of now. When we use this with Jenkins, maybe then we might use it. For now, we don't need it. What we are bothered about is HTML report, which gets generated using this plugin. So if I just open this, let me first open this. Open in browser, maybe Chrome. So see, this is how the Cucumber report or Cucumber default report looks like. Previously, it was very, it looked different, but this time we are using Cucumber latest version, and They have kind of revamped the reporting a little bit. So it's telling you some information about the summary and all those things. In what system it executed, what was the runtime, implementation of it, time it took, and you can filter it as well. Filter based on some tags. Right now I have only one tag and all, so there's only one result. And it's telling you everything is passed, right? And there is second report as well. One more report gets generated, which is here. View your Cucumber report at this. This is a new feature of Cucumber. This is not production ready, but this is a new feature. What it does, it executes it. It executes it, and it saves these reports in its own server under a unique ID, which is only there for 24 hours, only for one day, as it will self-destruct. This is generated because I have added a variable here called as publish equal to true. So when I say publish equal to true, someone is again drawing on my screen. Anyway, so when I say publish equal to true, then it will generate this. Let me copy this URL, this report, and I can access it, and it looks like this, little bit better than what I was seeing here, right? So it looks like this. It is, you see here, it is a claim coming soon, and the cell report will self-destruct, and it will. This feature is yet to come, where you can safe keep your execution reports, but as of now it's not there. So we need to live up with this report. We have to only make our peace with this kind of report. There's one special kind of reporting mechanism, which is called as extend report, that also we will try to implement, and that we can do. It actually looks like, maybe I can show you that as well. It looks like this. This is a very good reporting, right? So there are different kinds of reporting mechanism available right now for this framework. As of yet, we have only two kind of reports. One is which looks like this, and second is which gets generated on a local. This is on a local. This is on the Cucumber server. This is not a production ready feature, so you won't use it much. I just, for demonstration purposes, I have told you this only gets generated if you have publish equal to true. Otherwise, it won't get generated. But if you have HTML written here like this, the local report will always get generated. So you have to rely on this and not this. This is what the whole and sole point is. All right, guys. So for today's session, this is it. I don't want to talk more. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask.
Hello.
Yes, Poonam. Who is it?
Purnima.
Yeah, Purnima, tell me.
Purnima.
Yes, Purnima, tell me.
Sir, I have a few questions. Can I take you 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
So,